All right, so this is going to be our blog about developing next generation coaching, and what we're using is Futsal and analytics to basically accelerate player development. And so the first thing you have to do in terms of integrating analytics into your coaching is look at the decision making statistics and not track results. And that will get rid of latency bias, allow you to integrate probabilistic models, and kind of see directly what works without without the kinds of skewed results you get from tracking results alone, without also tracking context, right? So if you're looking at not just decision making but intent, what you're looking at is putting decision making in the context of a game plan and see how you're executing your game plan and what kinds of decisions are leading to executions of your game plan. And then that will improve your probabilistic models and be able to allow you to model predictions on how games are won and lost. So the step first is tracking decisions in the context of intending or intentions to fulfilling the game plan. And so it's a Spanish model and the reason we use Futsal is because the data is higher quality under pressure. Decisions are made under pressure, and the data is more immediate. We're getting a lot more accurate feed. There's nowhere to hide or any player to hide on the field, and the results or the outcomes are immediately apparent on the field when bad decisions are being made or the game plan is not being executed. So there's a lot of again, the Spanish model, how they use Futsal to create a methodology, basically, and evaluate players. So Futsal is made with ruler or precision, as Pep says, in a set square, which basically is a twofold observation. One is that this style of football is positional. You hold your position. The only time you create space is the last minute to time automated type plays, and everything's automated according to a game plan. So rather than running around creating space or looking for space and then sitting in the space, players hold a formation and then separate at the last second according to a timed or automated sequence. And part of that is the rhythm of the game and using two touches to move the defense and then allowing the pattern of the play to dictate the decisions along with the formation of the defense and the shape of the space. So you have to be able to track certain things at the same time. So you're really not looking at space as a player. You're looking at the formations and trying to understand what the pattern of the play is going to be, and then holding your position and only creating space at the last second according to an automated piece of timing. And again, another aspect of Futsal is that basically everyone in every position has got to have a complete skill set of both defending and attacking. So as part of that, being able to defend and attack is understanding the importance of possession of the ball and positioning, right? So if you're sitting in a certain zone on the field within a formation, then you have to rely on your teammate to get you the ball. Individual skill, timing. You're not, in essence, getting open. You're holding your position, you're holding your lane, you're holding your shape, and you adjust according to what's going on with the ball and then how your teammate is doing. But you have to really rely on the individual skill of your teammate to get you the ball rather than working hard to get yourself open. So again, in Futsal, there are set formations, whether those are diamonds or squares, or lines. It can be an arc. You can be in a 3-1. You can be in a 1-3 double stack fixo. You can be in a diamond. But the essence of it is to in all those shapes and formations. There are only 4 or 5 in futsal. In all those shapes and formations, understanding where the passing lanes are going to open up, and so that before you get the ball, you've already positioned yourself in terms of angling your body. You've already set up your mechanics, and you know when the next passing lane is going to be. You don't have to worry about where your teammate's going to be because you already know where they're going to be on the receiving end in the passing lane. And then part of the strategy is to retain possession, use these automated angles and decision patterns in order to tire out the defense. And on a futsal pitch, that happens very quickly. So part of part of why futsal is important is that it speeds up the whole process of execution, the effect of execution is having on the defense, and then your tendencies to be able to read the game and execute and decide, make decisions to execute. So all of that is being much more immediate. So not only 2 touches, but part of the rhythm is short passing, and and not long passing. So 2 touches, short passing, formation play, basically building off the Spanish model that Pep mastered, but he borrowed from Bielsa. So understanding the progression of how probabilistic thinking, analytical thinking in terms of statistics, tracking decisions, works into right down to the tactical, technical level, using 2 touches, short passes, understanding space, understanding where the passing lanes are going to be. You have to integrate that entire process into how you coach and how you manage your game, manage your team, and manage your game plan. So there are phases. So I think that the aspect that Mourinho brought to this line of thinking is the phases of the game: distribution, territorial possession, territorial invasion, overload, and then sequence play, and winning the ball back, and understanding how you're going to break down that last zonal line of defense. So the basic periodization of the game, the different phases. In futsal, there's only really 3 phases